It's time for a drive. I'm in a 2023 Porsche 911, right there, already time for a drive. But this is a Carrera T. This is the first year for the 992 generation version of the Carrera T. And it's so good. I already reviewed this car and I came away thinking that this is the best 911 you can get for the road. And if you make an assertion like that, well, obviously it's worth driving some more. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got the car in the Sport Plus driving mode. I'm just going to go on a drive and just feel it out a little bit more. Feel what it's like to drive something that truly is special. So yeah, let's go. Oh God. Oh, base engine, still quite strong. Oh, great chassis balance. Obviously lots of grip too. Oh man, we are cruising and it feels so good. It's so natural. The front end response is sharp, but nothing about it is intimidating. It's just enjoyable. Oh man, driving a 911 is just fantastic. But when you get to the Carrera T, which gets the larger Carrera S wheels, you get the sharper PASM sport suspension that, among other things, is 0.4 of an inch lower to the ground, 10 millimeters. That also includes adjustable shock absorbers. This also gets a mechanical limited slip differential and Porsche torque vectoring plus. So everything about the drive when you're going through corners is just that bit sharper in this car compared to a standard Carrera. And oh man, you feel it. And the base engine, 379 horsepower, 331 pound-feet of torque, but 331 pound-feet of torque between 1900 and 5000 RPM. This is lots of power to work with, especially on the roads. Whew. Yeah, let's keep driving. Now this is a pretty tall gearbox. You're at over 75 miles an hour before you're done with second gear. But with the torque provided by the 3-liter, it works well. The gearing works totally fine with this transmission, and I find it perfectly suitable for this car on roads like this. Oh, off camber. Oh man, but still good, solid footing. The car feels stable. I'm adding throttle. It's tracking really well. Oh, so good. Fun fact about the transmission, by the way. Did you know that 3 gears are overdrive gears? 5th, 6th, and 7th? That explains why first and second gear are on the tall side, because before you get to overdrive, you only have 4 speeds to work with. But again, the torque and the flexibility of this engine makes all that work really well. So let me take a moment to explain why I think this is the best 911 for the road. Base engine, lots of power, real good flexible power, easy to use, easy to modulate, brilliant. On roads like this, it's plenty of muscle to get you going plenty fast. And part of the reason for that is the Carrera T is 100 pounds lighter than the standard Carrera. Now, the single biggest element of that is that we get the 7-speed manual transmission instead of the PDK, but you also get thinner glass, less sound insulation, and a smaller battery. Furthermore, it's 100 pounds lighter despite the fact that it's got the larger Carrera S wheels, the adaptive suspension is heavier, and this also has the sport exhaust, which is also heavier, but much more importantly to me, louder. It sounds fantastic. So weight to power in this is quite stout. Quite stout. Oh yes. Then you have the chassis. As I told you, it's got a lot of things to sharpen up the chassis for you. And it's not overdone. It's not too stiff that you can't get around in the car and be comfortable, but it's enough to keep the body nice and flat, have the front end response be sharp, the car feel agile yet stable when you need it to be. It's just a really good combination. Now on the racetrack, it might show signs of being a little bit underwhelming, but not on roads. No, you got plenty to work with here. Plenty to work with. Cornering loads build up real nice and smoothly. It's just real easy to feel where the limit is in this car. And that glorious mechanical sound from the 3-liter flat 6 is so good. It's just makes you feel alive. It makes you feel connected to this car, a part of this car. And that's the point. That's the joy of this thing. This is not cheap. This is a $125,000 car. And yet it doesn't intimidate you. Like I said, you just feel connected to it. You just feel at one with it. You can talk with each other. By the way, it's not cheap, but it is actually one of the least expensive 911s you can get. Oh, come on. Oh, man, it just carries through these sweepers with such ease. Oh, man. We are on Pirelli P0 tires here. Solid tire for this car. Good combination with the performance. Oh, man. That does not get old. Oh my God, that does not get old. Now, in terms of brakes, this is another track limitation. These are some smaller brakes that you would get on most 911s. They are 13-inch rotors, both front and back. Now, the front brakes are thicker than the rear brakes, but both the front and rear are ventilated. It's plenty of stopping power, especially considering the lighter weight of this car. It's plenty of stopping power for the road. And again, going with a smaller rotor helps take some of the weight off the car too. But again, on the track, you might find that to be a limiting factor. Now, I'm in the Sport Plus driving mode, and it is plenty stiff. But if I put it into the normal driving mode, it's still stiff, but it's not too bad. You could drive this car every day. I don't know if you'd want to, but you could. By the way, fuel economy, 17 miles to the gallon in the city, 25 miles to the gallon on the highway, 20 combined, but not when you're driving like this. Not when you're driving like this. Oh man, but it is so worth it. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man. So we've got a little G-force meter right here in the dash, and I'm just constantly pulling over a G laterally. And it's not even breaking a sweat doing it. It's really quite good. Oh man. Oh man, the corner went off camber there, and even then, car tracks straight, tracks true. You feel where the limit is. It's easy to adjust. I absolutely love it. And now we're behind some traffic to give you a sense of just how quick this car really is. Wow. And it's such a delight to go fast in this car. It really, really is. After getting this extra drive in the car, it only cements my feeling that this is the best 911 for the road. This car is light. This car gets back to the elementals a bit. Manual transmission certainly helps with that. And it's just an absolute treat. This 992 Generation 911 is a solid platform that just delivers a fantastic foundation to build upon. And that allows the suspension to work really precisely and for the wheels to articulate just the way you want it to. The kinematics in this is fantastic. Great car. Very expensive. Definitely worth the money. If you're one of the lucky few that can afford it, whew, man, is it worth it. Oh man. I'm Robin Warner. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Doing so helps me out quite a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, I've only done a few of these types of videos where I just go out and drive. Please let me know in the comments if this is a nice type of video, if you enjoy these types of videos. If so, I'll make sure to do it more often when the car deserves it, right? Also, please do check out my full review of this car, where I go into a lot more detail of what this car is like all around. And finally, I have reviewed a whole bunch of stuff by now. Something will pop up on the screen next to me. Hopefully it is something you're interested in, and if you do end up watching it, I definitely hope you like it. Okay, goodbye for now. Oh man. Oh man. Oh wow.